Welcome back, everyone. So, about 2 months ago, I finished building this 40-gallon bioactive leopard gecko vivarium. As you can see, it has my two leopard geckos, Pixel, right here, both of which are 5 years old now, and Zippy, over in the back. Now, this is a 40-gallon vivarium. My grandpa built this vivarium whenever he was younger with his dad. So it is made of, it has metal around the rim, and then it has glass plates around the sides. So what I did for this vivarium is I came in with excavator clay, and I put it all up against the back to make this background. There is a bit of pebbles as well, or like a fish tank in the backdrop. And then I put a few pieces of, I put in a piece of mopani wood right here. I put in another piece of mopani wood back in this corner. I have cholla right there. And then I have a few other pieces on the other side. And I put in these balls of roots from some plant that I had a few years ago right here and right here. I have 5 cork bark hides, one right here which Zippy is on top of, one right here which this one, whenever you move the heat pad, which this is the warm side, you can see, you can't see, never mind, you can't see, but there's a cave coming in from right here, and you can normally see in person, but not on camera. It goes all the way through to the wall. There's another hide right there. Their moist hide is right here. That's full of sphagnum moss to help aid their shedding, to help the skin come off easily. I have another cork bark hide right there, and then back in the corner, this is not cork bark but of stone. I have a hide which it's not really showing up very good. I put a piece of wood right here, kind of across. This is an accent piece, I guess. And I have multiple succulents right here. I have a bunch of succulents which aren't doing super great, as you can see from their stems, but I still kind of like them. Like I said, this is 2 months into the build. Sorry for the shaky camera. And kind of as a retaining wall, I have a piece of cholla. You can't really see it too well right now because of the succulent growing in. I also have another succulent right here, which the center of it was ripped off. I'm not sure by what. I did have grasses growing in right here, which Pixel's climbing on. However, those ended up dying. I'm not sure why. Over here, I have a very large succulent growing with a few pups coming off the sides. That one's doing pretty good. And then kind of in the back, right over here, if the camera will focus, I've got another succulent growing. Now, for my substrate mix, I have 2 bags of organic potting soil and all of my substrate from my last vivarium, which if you click on if you go into my channel and find my old bioactive leopard gecko vivarium, you'll see it. That one was only in a 25-gallon vivarium. This is a 40-gallon, so this is a big upgrade. The leopard geckos love it though. Now, like I said, this is organic potting soil, and while it does have, it's kind of like vermiculite, something like that, this white stuff. It's not fertilizer, it's just to help aid with drainage, which helps my arid vivarium, which is what leopard geckos live, is in a very arid environment. So I guess it really does help with maintaining a natural setup. Now, like I said, I did mix in my bioactive blend from that vivarium, so it has a bit of a jump start on beneficial bacteria growth. Now, I also have, as far as my cleanup crew goes, In this vivarium, I have roaches, dubia roaches, that is. I didn't throw in a whole lot into here, and they're definitely hidden very well because I haven't seen much of them. But I definitely do have dubia roaches in here. I have dwarf white isopods, which I kind of threw those in as an experiment. I was almost positive that they wouldn't do very well in here, just because they need a very humid environment. However, I did put them in the humid hide, just because I knew that's where they would do best. On top of that, I put in dwarf purple isopods, which were supposed to do pretty good in here. I haven't really seen much of them, but that's just because the vivarium's so big. Now, I also have springtails in here. I'm not exactly sure of the species of springtails, but I have a whole bunch of them in here. Now I also threw in a whole bunch of superworms and superworm beetles. Now those, I kind of put them in with the intentions of some of them getting picked off and eaten by these geckos, and some of them surviving into adulthood and helping to maintain bioactivity, and that has been going on fairly well. The leopard geckos, I have seen them digging up and eating, sorry about that, I have seen them digging up and eating the beetles and the larvae, and I've also seen quite a few of them escaping and burrowing under the ground. I just threw in crickets, superworms, and as a treat a few waxworms. One of them has not been eaten. It's right there, crawling around in the dirt. Now, like I said, I did throw in food. That was to kind of entice the geckos to come out, because leopard geckos are nocturnal, so I'm actually filming this at night with hopes that they'd come out. And Pixel, not sure if you can really see, but she's right in the center. She just winked. She's kind of in the shadow. She's not really as active, at least during whenever there's light out, as Zippy is. They're both very friendly geckos and enjoy handling. However, like I said, Pixel's just not very... she's kind of shy whenever it's light. She much prefers to be hidden, which is understandable because leopard geckos, for the most part, are active in the evenings and mornings, and nighttime a lot. They're a very fascinating animal. So, like I said, this is just kind of a little video I did showing off their 40-gallon vivarium, which is a pretty big upgrade, about 15 gallons bigger than our last one. I really love how this one turned out. Like I said, this is 2 months in, so I've definitely allowed for quite a bit of time for the plants to adjust, quite a bit of time for my cleanup crew to kick in, and I haven't had any problems with anything so far, other than, of course, a few of the plants here and there, like the grasses over in the corner. That's just about it. So, I thank you all for watching, and if you enjoy the video, feel free to like the video. If you have any questions, if you have any comments, anything you want to say, any recommendations or anything, feel free to comment that in the comment section. If you enjoy the video and you want to see more, feel free to subscribe. I thank you all for watching, and God bless you. Have a great day.